Isn't it? Do you know I've read so much about the evils of drinking that I've decided to give up reading. So I just get back to sleep, right? And then she, my wife, starts poking me in the back with a hairbrush handle saying, "See how you like it." And, the big problem was, I'll just move my Dorothy back a bit, and I don't like coming on my own, and insecurity that, you know, but that looks better than sucking a blanket on stage, doesn't it? And, so I had to take my mother to the hospital, you see, so I'm coming out of casualty with my mother, and I was holding my mother's hand, because she's older than me, my mum, you know, and I come out, and I just looked in a cubicle like that, and there was a lad there I went to school with. I haven't seen him for years. I said, "Arthur, how are you doing?" "Oh, I'm not very well, John." I said, "Why?" He said, "Well, they've just told me I've got the worst case of piles that they've ever seen." I said, "Arthur, that must be uncomfortable." I said, "Is that why you're sat on a beanbag?" He said, "I am not sat on a beanbag." I don't know. Well, it's lovely to... You ladies are good. I mean, staggering me, you're that good. And the older I'm getting, the more I like women. I can't understand that either. And, I think I might be a lesbian trapped in a man's body, me. And, no, but I've never had any success with women. If I sewed castanets on my pants, I still wouldn't click, me. And, I'm not kidding. I've only been out with a tall girl once, and I had to jack it in. And that was it. The thing is, right, ladies and gentlemen, what it comes from your child. I blame my mother, you know, for this lack of success, because when I was growing up, every time I took a girl home, my mother didn't like them. She never liked one girl I took home, not one. So I was in the club one night, and I saw this girl. She looked just like my mother, only a lot younger. So I took her home, and my dad didn't like her. Now, different is it like my wife, or as she's known in our house, can't cook, won't cook. And come in the other night, there's a sign on the table. "Gone to a car boot sale, your salad is in the garden." Right? Modern ladies, they don't care, do they? So I was going to work the other night, I shouted out, "Good night, mother of 3. She said, "Good night, father of 2. She went like that. I think she'd divorce me if she could find a way of doing it without making me happy. And I think she's lost respect, and that's a big thing. Because she calls me thick in front of all the pals, you know. She said, "Oh, he's thick, I won't speak to him." So I've stuck it for months, you know, because I'm Taurus and slow to burn. And I flipped last week. I said, "Right, thick, me thick. She went to Benidorm for a week's holiday and she took 50 condoms and she hasn't even got a willy." Oh, I can't begin to tell you what a thrill it is to be back in Yorkshire here, because I've been doing a lot of work over the last few years down south, like missionary work, you know. And, now, I love the ordinary people down there, you know, the Cockneys. I like them. And, but it's same as up here. I always get a feeling when I work to really snooty people that when they find out I'm from the north, they talk to me as though my head buttons up the back, right? And I was in this golf club in Surrey, and this fella said, "Was you born up the north?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Why?" "Why would anybody want to be born up there?" I said, "Well, I wanted to be near my mother." I can ad-lib a bit like that, you know. And, sportsman's dinner. Guess who they booked for the main attraction? Jimmy Hill, eh? More entertainment on a kipper's nipple. I'm not getting it. Jimmy Hill. I sat next to him all night and I realised there's nothing wrong with my telly. It looks like that. And, so anyway, these two fellas are fishing at the side of a lake, right? They've been sat down for an hour and a half fishing and he hasn't caught one. He's got about 55 in his keep net and this fella's nearly crying. He says to him, "I've never seen anything like that. How do you catch fish like that? What's your secret?" This fella said, "You got to keep your nose long." He went, "You are?" He said, "You got to keep your nose long." He said, I can't understand the bloody word you're saying, mister. He went, you've got to keep your worms warm. He said, never kiss a fisherman. And, you know, it's a marvel. It fascinates me, you know. You do a job like this and you stand on a stage looking out on a dense crowd like we've got in here tonight. People. Lots of people. And why can't the world be like this? I mean, you know, we're honest people up here. I'm a Yorkshireman born and bred and buttered, right? And, you know, but I mean, we are a bit careful with money, aren't we? We've got to admit that, eh? Careful, dearie me. There's a pub I go in Halifax and every week they have a happy minute. Right? There's 2 farmers going my local and they're real thickheads, right? And the landlady said the other week, do you like scampi? Oh, he said, I like all Walt Disney's films. Let me tell you Now, these 2 farmers own a prize bull and they take it all over Yorkshire servicing cattle, you know, servicing. And, thank you. And, the bull's had what you might call a man's type of problem, that brewer's root thing. And, anyway, I heard him talking and he said, how did you go on with bull? He said, unbelievable. I got that vet from Leeds and he gave me these tablets. I gave the bull 6 in one afternoon and the following day he serviced 45 cattle. He said, my goodness, what do they call them tablets? He said, I don't know what they call them. He said, but they taste like peppermint. He said, hey, and they do as well, man. Oh, I've never been in good in bed at fettling. And I make love like a video recorder. Fast forward, pause and eject. No self-confidence. You know, first time I had sex, it frightened me to bloody death. It did. It did. I was on my own. And, but why? Why can't life be like this? I mean, what's gone wrong in the world now? You're not safe in your car, you're not safe in your house, you're not safe on the streets, but under your arms you can have complete protection. I mean, there's old people getting mugged. This is despicable, isn't it? I mean, I'm pushing 40, right, and pushing it, I'm dragging it, and you know, if I'd have known I was going to live this long, I'd have looked after me then, and but the thing is, ladles and jelly spoons, what I'm trying to get across here, I was born in the war. Now, my father, well, he was never at home. He was a hand grenade instructor. He used to take the pin out of my nappy and throw me over the settee. But you see, because of that, I mean, subsequently, I was mainly brought up by my grandmother, who was a militant. Well, she was one of the women who got the vote. You remember with Emily Plankhurst? And she was a suffering one of them women. Now, she had to be strong, because in them days, my granddad, well, he was dual alley, my granddad, or as we say in Yorkshire, he was limp under the cap, right now. He wouldn't go in the bomb shelters when they were dropping bombs. He'd sit there and say, if it's got your name on it, it'll get you. If it's got your name on it. I mean, that didn't bother us, but our neighbours, Mr. and Mrs. Doodlebug. He never forgave the Germans, you know. They bombed his allotment and shelled all his peas. And, no, my earliest memory as a child was going to the cenotaph. Oh, I used to love that. On Remembrance Day, and they used to get all kitted up. My dad and my granddad and my uncle. Now, my uncle was hilarious. It was my uncle, hilarious. And, and my antibiotic. And, they used to get the medals on and their berets and the ribbons and all that. And my uncle had his knee blown off at Dunkirk, right? Now, he had a right funny old tin leg with no knee bend in the middle. So when he walked with his stick, this leg used to go up in one piece like that, like so.